All right, what is the difference between a church plant and a regular old, just normal, run-of-the-mill Jesus place church
right.
place thing?
Right. So usually, most churches actually began at one point as a church plant.
Okay.
Right? So they had to start at some point. And so this new church, it begins. If you want to call that a church plant, cool, it's a church plant. It begins because, again, whether through a denomination, through a local assembly, or even like the church we're at, right? So the church we're at is 197 years old. We just celebrated homecoming recently. But the church literally began with just an individual in our county who happened to be a judge in 1828.
Just a guy with a dream.
Just 100%. A guy with a dream. But no, the guy that loved Jesus, right? And so he loved Jesus.
With a dream.
With a dream. But they just started having a Bible study on the property. Actually, the present property we're at now, they started having a Bible study there. He started having a Bible study there with local believers. I mean, pretty much. Like, it's actually like where our present cemetery is behind the church now. That was where they began to meet. I mean, obviously, it wasn't a cemetery at that juncture. Right. But that's where they began to meet.
Because there was no church to have dead people to bury there yet.
Right. But it came not too far after that. So
that's because people didn't live very long back then.
No, yeah, and that's some of it. Like, you actually see people's, like, some of the graves, they are, the markers, like, you're like, wow, they died really young. But then we also have, like, Civil War graves as well back there. So
what?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So anyways,
so there's Confederates buried on our property.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
The audience can take that how they will.
We're a church in the South. Like, every cemetery in the South has Confederates in there, Nate.
Okay.
I'm not saying that I'm like, oh God, we're going down a bad.
You're gonna have to get rid of those.
Yeah. Can't just like bulldoze over some tombstones. Okay. Nate's like, why not? But anyways, I think, yes. Anyway, back to what we were originally talking about. Like, so when this individual began the church there, like at our property, it was a Bible study, just a gathering of believers. And then it became a church just being a gathering of believers, right? Gathering of followers of Christ. And so over time, this became like, they ended up having like a brush arbor. And so they had this, so their first structure was not like a building like we're in now.
What's a brush arbor?
So it's like they literally would use like trees and branches and all that kind of stuff to actually build like this loose kind of structure for people to come and be in. That would create like an arbor. Usually it's like open around the sides, but it would have like a roof over it for people to be able to sit in and have shade.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that's the way it started. My point just being is, so even though we're 197 years old now and no one's thinking about the fact that the church started at some point, as a church plant, it did. And so that would be
it really was a church plant because they made it out of trees.
That's right. It's 100%. Like, yes.
Awesome.
Yes. So that's how, so every church, I mean, has a beginning point, so when you talk about just a regular church, I think you're probably talking about, a church that's obviously been in existence for a while. It's, it's moved past its kind of beginning origin stages.
Okay.
And now it feels like it's an established church, if you were, right?
Yes.
Like we're like, you're driving through your town and you see like the First Baptist, First Methodist, First Presbyterian, like you're just like, okay, yeah, those are just quote unquote regular churches.
Right.
Right. So
it's the churches that have an actual sign.
Those are the church plants.
No, those are the real churches.
Those are the real churches.
Yeah, the church plants are the ones that got one printed and put it over the it over the old Chuck E. Cheese sign.
Right, because they're not sure how long they're going to actually be there. They have no money to do anything else. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Those are the church plants.
Right. I've been part of that before. Yeah. So yeah.
Where they're smashed in between a consignment shop and a vape store.
Yeah, those store
in the strip mall.
Yeah, those storefronts.
Yeah.
Yeah, those storefronts are church plants are awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, but they actually, that's a good place to start. So yeah, we started we started in homes, and then we went from homes to a school, and then from a school to this like really small little building, and so
cool.
it's like a progression.